I have been making my own deodorant home for a while using just 6 ingredients, while commercial ones use minimum 20. But I want to put myself a little challenge, make deodorant with the least ingredients possible. So I've designed a recipe with only 2 ingredients that we all have at home and put to the test. So first I'll show you the recipe and then I'll explain what each ingredient does and what to use instead if you have sensitive skin. So all you need is those 2 ingredients here: coconut oil and baking soda. We first measure 40 grams of coconut oil and then we add to that 10 grams of baking soda. This is basically 20% baking soda, 80% coconut oil. Then we mix them together and after that you apply on your armpits. Now that we have applied it, I'm gonna put it to the test. So this day I did 10,000 steps out in the nature. I also did a lot of sprinting and I have to admit, I'm very surprised. Yeah, I'm quite surprised to tell you that this deodorant actually works. Like, I've been wearing it for basically 24 hours now and it works perfectly fine. Even though I was really active, basically walking, I did 10,000 steps yesterday and some sprinting. I had a very active day, so it works perfectly fine. The only problem is the staining that can be avoided if you apply the deodorant before you have your t-shirt on. So I applied the deodorant while I had my t-shirt on and I literally stained my t-shirt with my hands. So I think that can be avoided if you let it absorb on your skin first. Overall, I think this is quite practical and amazing. The only way that this couldn't work is if somebody prefers to have a solid structure deodorant to apply on their armpits. Let's talk about why this recipe works the way it does. Coconut oil, of course, has some moisturizing properties, but apart from that, coconut oil is high in lauric acid. Now, lauric acid is slightly antimicrobial, which is good when you apply something on your armpits, because a lot of people think that what makes the armpits smell bad is sweat, but that's not true. Sweat is produced, but what makes the armpit smell bad is actually the bacteria that grow inside the sweat and the bacteria that end up growing and producing the malodor. So by having a substance like coconut oil that has slight antimicrobial properties, you inhibit the microbial growth in your armpits. Coconut oil on its own is not enough. You need something stronger, and that's why we add baking soda. Now, baking soda is basically a substance that increases the pH of your armpits. So the pH of your armpits is around 4.5 to 5. In that pH, bacteria can thrive and grow easily. Therefore, we add baking soda to increase the pH so that bacteria cannot grow anymore and cannot produce this malodor. Now, there is one problem with baking soda, if you ask me. So baking soda can be slightly irritating for some people. So that's why you have to make sure, if you have sensitive skin, to actually replace baking soda with a milder substance like magnesium hydroxide. You see, it's as simple as that, and this is what I love about making your own skincare at home, because we grow up believing that we need 100 different ingredients to make skincare products. And that's because when we buy skincare products, we look at the label and they have so many different ingredients. Okay, that looks very complicated, therefore I'm not making my own skincare. But that's what I want to show you, that it's so simple to make your own skincare at home. That's why I made this free PDF system that shows you how you can make 6 different skincare products at home with only 7 ingredients that you probably already had. That's to prove to you that you can make any type of soap plus other skincare products with a few ingredients without wasting money, time, and of course your energy. If you want this, click Perry, I want the system, and I will send to you as soon as I see your comment. If you want to see a recipe on how to make deodorant at home with beeswax, coconut oil, beef tallow, jojoba oil, cornstarch, and magnesium hydroxide suitable for sensitive skin, then make sure to click this link right here. And it basically looks like this. It has a very, very, very solid structure, which is what some people prefer, so that it's easier to apply. While the one we just made, of course, it does not have a solid structure. It's basically, as you saw it, it's quite simple. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and it could add some value to you today. And let me know in the comments below if you end up making this deodorant and what you thought about it. And remember, if you have sensitive skin, you might want to replace baking soda with magnesium hydroxide. See you next time.